Well, my name is what it is, and I will be your wonder host on today's show. Now, the topic for today is love, rather Valentine's Day, which at the time of recording this is coming up quite soon on February the 14th. Now, Valentine's Day in Swedish is known as Alla hjärtans dag, which translates into the Day of All Hearts. But what happens in Sweden on Valentine's Day? Not that much, actually. Back when I was still a student teacher, we had a lecture that touched upon dating in the US and, for contrast, Sweden. We were told then that Sweden doesn't really have a dating culture, and I think there is some truth in that. So how do you get a boy or girlfriend in Sweden? Many Swedes, alas, have answered that question with parties, lots of alcohol, and some more alcohol. Problem is, that's not very romantic, now is it? And romantic is what we want for Valentine's Day. So, what do we do then on Valentine's Day? I remember back when I was still in secondary school, well, upper secondary school, which translates into senior high school, by the way, in American English. Now, this was not long after the 90s, when Valentine's Day had been further popularized in Sweden. Now, at that time, some enterprising companies were trying to make a profit on Valentine's Day by organizing a rose delivery service. Basically, you contracted them to deliver a rose and a secret message to the person you are interested in. It could be done anonymously, or for the brave ones and those already in a relationship, there was the option of a signed card as well. You could even send roses to your friends, but in this case they wouldn't be red. Which brings me to an interesting topic: colours. Now, apparently, the colour of the rose is very important. A red rose indicates love, a yellow rose indicates friendship, and the pink one, that's for indicating interest. It's more complicated than that, but in a nutshell, that's what the colours stand for. As this service was provided at the school, lots of students used it. For those who received roses, it was a very good day indeed. It was also a day of much gossip, as many recipients didn't know who had sent them a rose, and so they had to start investigating this, who this secret admirer might be, and so on. Of course, it was also a very sad and lonely day for those who didn't receive a rose. Anyway, roses are still a popular way to show affection on Valentine's Day. Just don't go overboard and send 10 roses, unless you really mean to propose marriage. Now then, some people are, of course, allergic to roses, so what then? When asking my fellow student buddies about Valentine's Day, they suggested stuffed bears carrying hearts. I didn't even know there were any, but lo and behold, there in the supermarket they were. Few people are allergic to stuffed bears carrying hearts, mind you, so I dare say it's a safe bet. There's also the heart-shaped sweets and chocolate, lots of varieties there. Of course, the good thing about these is that you can actually eat them, and so you don't end up with lots of extra stuff, although some may say that they end up with extra weight instead. Not very romantic, am I, right now? Anyway, well, why not keep it simple and simply go for a cup of coffee at a cafe? Indeed, this is also quite safe if you're not sure how the other party truly feels, as many Swedes have reported, not knowing when having a fika, as we say in Swedish, is actually a date or just a cup of coffee with a friend. Of course, you can also go all traditional and recite some poetry. Shakespeare's 14th sonnet springs to mind. Or, if you're brave, suicidal, or haven't noticed that it's freezing cold outside, Why not bring a lute and sing a serenade from below your beloved's window? Sail mio core, il mio nome. I don't speak Italian there, but anyway, I digress. My point is, let's be creative, and that's that for today. My name is what it was and was what it is, and I was your wonder host on today's episode. Thanks again for listening, and tune in next time. Cheerio!
O sag noch einmal mir, ich habe dich lieb.